Good morning.
Good morning and welcome back to Fort William. Today we have got the better of the 2 days that we're here, so we're going to attempt to do Ben Nevis.
Yes, we're very excited about it. A little bit nervous, not gonna lie.
So Ben Nevis is the highest mountain in the whole of the UK and of course Scotland, 1,345 metres, and there are two different main ways to ascend it. You can either go up the tourist track, which you can get onto from Glen Nevis, which is kind of just a very windy, gradual track up to the summit. About 3/4 of the people who climb it take that track. We're not going to be one of those people. No. We're going to ascend it via the more difficult and technically challenging route, but by far the more exciting route, which is via Carn Mor Dearg. Apologies if I pronounced that horribly. But it's basically a knife edge ridge that from it you can see the north face of Ben Nevis. So
which is normally covered if you're taking the tourist trail up.
Yeah, so you get really nice views and it's obviously a lot more exciting. Not for the faint of heart though, some very steep drop-offs and it is a grade 1 scramble, so you do have to be an experienced hiker in order to try it, so don't just try it if you're not too confident.
Yeah, but let's go because it's going to be a long day.
long day. We're expecting about 10 to 13 hours to complete this circular walk. So yeah, up to the top of Ben Nevis, back down the tourist track and back round to the car. Probably about 17, 18 kilometres.
I think so,
yeah. Longest walk so far.
Including scrambling as well.
Yes, so we got to get going. So we're about to begin our ascent up Carn Mor Dearg, up into the clouds. We're hoping that it's going to clear by the end of the day, but at the moment not looking super promising.
We'll see, but let's go.
So we're slowly making our way up, but it's very slow going because it's very, very boggy all down at the bottom here. Came through this beautiful pine forest at the start of the walk, which is a really nice path, and then you sort of veer off about here and start this traipse up through this bog. So, you know, good hiking boots definitely, otherwise your feet will get very wet. And yeah, just about to reach the cloud line. Let's keep going. Right, so we're traversing the ridge now. As you can see, the
view is stunning.
Yeah, the mist has not lifted, which is a real shame because you can tell just when we're traversing it like how epic it would be if you could actually see anything. Navigation isn't the easiest in this fog. There is a pretty clear path, but it's quite easy to lose track of it when if you're not concentrating, so you've got to make sure you're switched on. And you can clearly see where the drop-offs are, so as long as you're paying attention and you're taking it easy, you can clearly see where you need to avoid going. It can't be too far away from Ben Nevis now, but again, it's just really hard to
tell.
Hard to tell. The sun is trying. So I believe we are almost at the top. Again, very hard to tell, but we've kind of come off the knife edge part of the ridge and we're now on this sort of like boulder field where there's no real clearly marked path, which is the first time there hasn't been a clearly marked path kind of the whole way up, really.
It's easy to walk on on the rocks, but it's quite hard to see where you are, so you can easily walk off the ridge if you...
So we're just trying to keep the ridge in view and make sure we don't go too close to it and just follow that up. And hopefully that's going to take us to the summit.
We made it to the highest point of the UK. Yes, finally.
And we still can't see anything.
No, we can't, but it's okay. So when you reach the summit of Ben Nevis, you'll be surprised to see the clear remains of an old building there. The building was actually an observatory that was used between 1883 and 1904 to collect detailed data on mountain weather conditions. This wasn't an easy task for the weathermen living there, especially during the winter month when heavy snows, freezing temperatures and high winds made the collection of the data extremely dangerous. They would sometimes even have to tie themselves to the observatory so the high winds wouldn't blow them over the cliff edge. How crazy! The building was forced to close in 1904 due to a lack of government funding, but the data collected is still the most comprehensive on mountain weather in Great Britain to this day.
Just like on Snowdon, there is a massive queue to get your picture at the top of Ben Nevis. Are we going to bother? Put my finger on it again. So we are descending from Snowdon now. We haven't filmed a lot of the descent because most of it was in the clouds.
Yeah.
So
you couldn't see a thing, just people.
Doesn't make for very interesting filming. Plus the track that we came down on, the main tourist track back down towards Glen Nevis, just isn't all that interesting. It literally just winds up and down the side of the mountain.
I mean, I guess if you've got the view, it will be pretty to look at, but other than that...
So the top is very busy. We obviously ascended from the less touristy route, so didn't see many people the whole way up.
Only a couple, really.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah, but then as soon as you hit the summit, it's just like people everywhere.
Not as busy as Snowdon, to be fair.
No.
Nowhere near as busy, but you still had to queue to get to the trick point, so...
Yeah, so we didn't bother
We skipped it again.
But it was a pretty cool experience. You sort of just level with the top of the clouds on the summit. So you almost, when they cleared a little bit, you almost felt like you were sort of floating on the clouds.
Yeah.
All right, so we're almost all the way down our descent now.
It was a long day, wasn't it?
We just checked our steps and we've done about 36,000 steps. So it's a long, long walk. You've got to start this walk early in the day if you do want to do it, because it is a long way round. It was just a shame about all of the fog didn't lift at all for us. So we feel like we've done it, we've accomplished it, but at the same time, we kind of want to come back and do it again.
Yeah, and see the view this time.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad we did the ridge. I think that was fun even in the fog, because you still had to find your way around. But I wouldn't attempt it if you've never done a ridge hike before.
No.
Just don't do it.
No, you need a little bit of experience. Yeah. But compared to Cribgoch, I thought it was probably a little bit less challenging.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we are heading up towards Skye. We're going to do a few little stopovers along the way.
If you like to see more of Skye, then just stick around, subscribe if you like to, and see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye guys.